And again, you've got a slightly undulating track and things in the same way as Leicester. So that run did put me off a little bit, and I don't think he's that well handicapped strictly on what he's done so far. I can see the case on pedigree, but I'm not sure that many of these are well handicapped. Darkshore is the one that I'm adamant is really well in. And he might well get away with it because he could just be too well handicapped for them. As I say, he'd certainly be the horse I'd be keenest on by some way. Lob Lolly will probably go out in front. His demeanour put me off a little bit in the paddock, particularly for a race on a straight track like this with that uphill climb. I just wonder if he might be a little bit too eager here, but I can see him running well for a long way, Lob Lolly. I think he'll take them along, but he was just getting a little bit revved up in the paddock.
Just some news from William Haggis after winning the first race. He was talking about economics last year's Irish Champion Stakes winner. He's hoping to gallop him prior to racing on Sun Chariot Days, a week on Saturday, with the aim of the Champion Stakes.
Away over the stripe mile. And they're off. A little bit slow into stride on the wide outside was Miss Honey. Gold Dawn up the centre of the racecourse in the gold colours is amongst those prominent. Near side running rail Indigo Dawn, but out in the centre Gold Dawn has the lead by a couple of lengths. In second place is Lob Lolly. Right hand running rail is Indigo Dawn. White cap blue jacket of Monoceros comes next with Dark Shore, the grey in the yellow sleeves. Towards the back of the pack, Miss Honey has now crossed over just ahead of the red and white colours of Big Song. So on the left-hand side, Gold Dawn still appears to have the overall advantage. The 6 under the near side are clustered up together, with Indigo Dawn disputing the lead with Lob Lolly in that group with Dark Shore. Then behind these, Monoceros just shaken up on the inside running rail as they make their way towards the final half mile. Gold Dawn away to the left-hand side, still with the overall advantage, and quite a healthy one as well. In second place is Lob Lolly, Dark Shore and Indigo Dawn. Monoceros continues to be pushed along, been passed by Miss Honey and then Big Song. So beginning to climb uphill, and Gold Dawn lead reduced, still possibly with the overall advantage, but the near side group are closing pretty rapidly with Dark Shore, Indigo Dawn, and then the red and white colours of Big Song. So making there with a furlong and a half to go, edging left-handed, Gold Dawn still has the lead, hanging right over to this near side, but at the moment still 2 lengths clear. Dark Shore, Big Song, Monoceros has been pulled up towards the back of the pack. Now right under the running rail, Gold Dawn with Big Song out in the centre, coming home by far the strongest, and it's Big Song who's moved right through from the back of the field for Kieran Schumacher and Harry Charlton and will win going away. Big Song beat Gold Dawn, who held on for second, with Dark Shore in third and Miss Honey in fourth place.
Well, it was all changed in the final furlong or so. It was Big Song who came through from rear to win for Kieran Schumacher and Harry Charlton. 9-1 that horse returned. Gold Dawn, who raced alone, a bit isolated towards the centre of the track and then hung left in the closing stages. He's hung on for second for Sheen Murphy and Hugo Palmer, and third was Dark Shore for Ross Ryan and Jane Chappell-Hyam. Unfortunately, Monoceros has been pulled up. We'll try and get you news of him. Hopefully he is okay, and that was just precautionary, but we'll follow it up as soon as we possibly can. Here are the early stages, Martin, and you can see that straight away Sheen Murphy takes Gold Dawn away from the others, with the others congregate here on the stand-side rail.
Yeah, I felt like for much of the race it was quite an enterprising ride by Sheen Murphy on Gold Dawn. He's taken him away from the pack. The pack gave him quite a lot of rope, really, didn't he, through that middle section of the race. And I thought briefly he was going to get away from them. Ultimately, I don't think he's got the trip, personally. And in fact, I think the second and third are both non-stayers. And Big Song has come through to win a race, admittedly improved to win the race, but I think he's won a race that's completely fallen apart around him. There are plenty that haven't turned up and given the running at all. As I say, I think there's 2 non-stayers in second and third who will be better off going back in distance, and he's a horse out of a 1.5 mile winner, Big Song, and he's appreciated a soundly run race over the mile, and he's come home strongly, but I would doubt there's any real strength in depth to the form, personally.
Yeah, and we've got Monoceros obviously underperforming. The writing on the wall for him 3 furlongs out. He's eased already, and William Buick has decided to pull him up coming down the dip there as well. So, yeah, essentially you're saying the winner, honest though he is, has been a little bit flattered.
Well, I think a little bit. I just don't think that the second and third if you're just watching them late on, I know that Gold Dawn has kind of gone away from Dark Shore, but he definitely hasn't stayed. So that doubt that I had about him, I think, has come to the fore. I still think he went through the race and made up his ground sort of from the 2 furlongs